What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another edition of the evolution of Sports Talk Television. It's the Sports Web. I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter. What time is it? It's my time. And of course, for fans of the Sports Web, the Tampa Bay sports fan, especially you Go Bucs fans, it's your time. So how do we start off the show? We're going to kind of cut it off tonight because you can hear, listen, this is not the best timing for me. I want to tell you something. I've been dealing with being sick since Friday. I was actually going to take a night off, but we're going to come on here because we got breaking news. Bring your passion, bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. You know the spiel here, but this is breaking news. Just about an hour ago, Vita Vea has requested a trade from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Of course, we'll go ahead and set the table. Phone calls or open phone lines are open, but I want to set the table with this from ESPN, as this was broken about an hour and a half ago here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television.
Has been playing on a big contract here for multiple years with those big base salaries. We see most NFL teams restructure those salaries for void years, right? The Bucs haven't done that with Vea, which indicates that they want the flexibility to potentially not extend him and let him hit free agency. So $17 million in base salary sitting on this last year of his deal. Now, if I were Vita Vea and I was one of the 2 best nose tackles in football, and the other guy, Dexter Lawrence, got traded for the 10th overall pick like 3 months ago, I also would be saying, hey now, I think I'm pretty valuable here in the league. There's only 2 guys, Kevin, who are significant pass rush threats from the nose tackle. It's Lawrence and it's Vea. The issue for Vea is he's 3 years older. He is 31 years old. Lawrence was 28, already kind of pushing his prime. Vea is certainly past his. And so I texted an executive right when this news broke. And I said, if you were building a trade package for Vea, what would you do? He said, I don't know, like a 2nd and a 5th, but it's going to be hard because that Lawrence package really sets the floor for Vea's trade value.
Now, this is where it's disappointing because hours earlier, Vea was on with Kay Adams. They were interviewing, and he basically kind of said they were kind of close. They weren't there. He hopes they would get close. And then hours later, the trade request. So Bucs fans have kind of lost their minds on this. I get it. I understand it. Of course, Vea is making $17.75 million, which is 19th as a defensive tackle. At the time he signed the contract with the Bucs, it was 6. So, of course, it's inflation, ladies and gentlemen. This is how the NFL works, the business works of the NFL. It's not just defensive tackles, defensive ends, quarterbacks. And, of course, the remaining problem is the fact that the Bucs are still trying to get a contract extension done with Baker Mayfield. And there has been no movement on that situation. Of course, according to Greg Auman of Fox Sports, there has been no word from either side on the potential Baker Mayfield discussion. Now, I want to bring this up, and I want you guys to bear with me tonight because you may hear some umps and umps, and maybe my voice will crack. I got to tell you, I'm dealing with the cold right now. You can't go 7 days a week, 2 or 3 shows, and then do an insurance job and not have some damage eventually. You got to pay the piper. So I'm going to do what I can do here. So bear with me. My voice may not be the best tonight, but I'll do my best to stay on with you at least an hour to 2 hours here on the evolution of sports talk television. And I'll leave it at that because no, you didn't come here to listen to what I have to say. You didn't come here to listen to how much bad timing this is, which it is bad timing because it's 2 days before training camp. It's right up there with LeBron James going to the Philadelphia 76ers. So congratulations, but it's about as bad as that. And I jokingly said, what will happen first? LeBron James signing his contract or Baker Mayfield, Vita Vea working out the situation? And, of course, it's LeBron James. So maybe I cursed the situation. But, of course, with all the momentum right now, in my opinion, with the Bucs finally building a defensive line at this juncture, and you feeling good about what's going on after what happened the second half of last year, with the Baker Mayfield contract situation and now the Vita Vea contract situation, and now it's not a contract situation at this juncture. It seems like it could be more negotiation, or they came to an impasse at this juncture and they said, you know what, we're going to move on. Now, he's 31 years old, but he still has a lot left in the tank, and he still definitely brings a lot to that defensive tackle spot, that nose tackle spot. He's one of the best nose tackles in football, bar none. He brings that pressure. You finally have those edge rushers on the outside. You have Vita Vea in the fold. Maybe not. According to Auman of Fox Sports, Vea will report to camp on Tuesday. Now, of course, this is business. Of course, he's going to report to camp because he doesn't want to be fined. Now, I don't ever doubt what Jason Licht and Mike Greenberg and what they do over there at One Buck Place. I don't. I think they'll get the situation done. I don't know how this works. I told you what the dominoes, in my opinion, are. You have to work out the Baker Mayfield contract situation that gives you more flexibility. For people trying to come on this show and say, trade Baker Mayfield, you're a moron. Let's just get that out of the way. Because I was doing some research, and it's $59 million of a cap hit. So forget about coming on the show tonight and being a moron and saying you're going to get rid of Baker Mayfield, let's trade him. That is not happening. Now, Sporadic has his value at this point about $27 million. Where do the Bucs lie on this? How do you feel about this situation? Do you think it's in the best Bucs interest of trading away a Vita Vea at this juncture? Do you want to keep him? Do you want to resign him? The phone lines are open. Listen, I get it. Other platforms are doing their thing, but we're different here. We give you an opportunity to talk about it. We're going to do it tonight. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Show me some love, too. Facebook stars are open. If you like the content, give to the content. YouTube super chats are open. If you like the content, give to the content. Let's go out to the phone lines here. Let's make the calls as brief as possible. I love the life stories here, but I know there's a lot of people who want to talk about this situation, so please be courteous to other callers. Thank you. That's management. Alex, go ahead. Welcome to the Evolution.
What's up, my brother?
What's going on? How you doing?
Doing good, my friend. God bless you, as I always like to say. Hope you're doing well.
Thank you.
Listen, man, what a crazy offseason for the Bucs, man.
The longest offseason, like I said the other night. This has been the longest offseason, full of drama, contract negotiations, departures, and this is exactly what you don't want to hear 2 days before training camp.
Camp.
I know.
Here, I'm going to share
it.
you my opinion.
Go ahead.
Hey, I want to share you my opinion, my brother, on this whole ordeal and how I see it. Listen, first and foremost, Vita Vea, his production, in my opinion, it's good, but it's not the best, okay? And Vita Vea has also been injury prone a little bit, right? Now, I don't know what the Bucs organization is doing up front office. I don't think they're under the cap. First and foremost, oh my God, the comments about Baker Mayfield. I promise you, Bucs fans out there, you do not want to choose Vita Vea over Baker Mayfield. I said what I said. Vita Vea, in my opinion, is slightly past his prime.
Okay.
If I'm the Bucs, listen, I'm going to make Vita Vea play out that contract. He can't walk, and that's the part that everyone's misunderstanding, I think, out there. He requested a trade. The Bucs can still make him play that contract. Now, the Glazers are going to have the decision, which have been known for not liking the fact that you go out here and trade a request. Maybe they trade him out for something good. I don't know how that works. I don't know if you can do
that's a difficult situation. We started off with that video. Let me interrupt you here. And I'm second and the fifth is what one general manager said. But listen, if I'm Jason Licht and you saw Dexter Lawrence and what he just got, and I get it, he's 3 years younger, but he's still one of the most productive defensive tackles. Let's not, downgrade what Vita Vea means to this defensive tackle spot, this nose tackle spot. This premium spot for this Todd Bowles defense. Even with them being so bad, he was one of the most consistent factors and one of the most consistent nose tackles in the National Football League. So if you're giving up a first-round pick for Dexter Lawrence, if I'm Jason Licht, I'm doing the same thing. And I'm going to tell you who you're going to trade him to. You're not trading him to the 49ers. You're not trading him to the LA Rams. You're trading him right to the Las Vegas Raiders if it gets to that point, because of the relationship with him and John Spytek, because there's no way in the world I could see Jason Licht trading Vita Vea to the San Francisco 49ers or the LA Rams at this juncture. Unless
now, I want to ask you a question real quick.
One question, Alex, and then we got to move.
This isn't a money issue, is it?
It seems like it's definitely a money issue at this juncture. Yeah, it seems like.
Well, I'm going to add this. I'm going to get out of here.
It's a money issue.
Hey, for all you Bucs fans being big dummies, saying that you have to choose Baker over Vita Vea, I'm sorry, you're on drugs. Peter, I love you, bro. God bless you. Go Bucs, and we'll see you soon, my friend.
All right, appreciate you. Go Bucs to you. We'll keep off the sound effects tonight. I want to go out to the phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. That's where we're at this point. It's speculation, but we know what we know. We can only report what we know at this juncture, right? Bucs defensive line as it stands now from our friends there from Joe Bucs fan. They had this article up, or today's report from Adam Schefter. DeMonte Capehart, round 5, 6'5", 315. Is he the heir apparent? I'm just throwing it out there. He's on the team. Is this what they're thinking? Teams think like this. You guys want them to think like this. We all want them to hold on to fan favorites and Ring of Honor. And more than likely, he's going to be a Ring of Honor guy. But were they planning for the future all along? So DeMonte Capehart in the 5th round from Clemson, 6'5", 315. They picked up Raheem Nacho, again, Nunez, Roches in free agency. They got Elijah Simmons. They got Kalijah Cansey. They got Ashawn Robinson. Jason Jones. Again, Elijah Roberts. Didn't even talk about him. I'm not saying they're as good as Vita Vea, but were they planning for this? Or was this about building depth? Because Vea played all the games last year. Again, the numbers, they don't tell the whole story for this player. They don't. 35 sacks in 8 seasons, but what he means to this Bucs defensive line, what he means to this defense, what he means to the run game, what he means to the attitude of this defense, I don't know how much of value you can put on it. It's invaluable at this point. So we'll see what the Bucs can do. Ed, go. Welcome to the Evolution.
I'll tell you what, can we catch a break here? I know it's the NFL and players want to make money and all this stuff while they can, but come on, man. We're trying to rebuild this defense.
Right.
The front end of it anyways.
Yes, you're trying to rebuild the defense and that goes with Vea and that goes with young players, absolutely. But you also have to sign contract deals. You have to make business decisions, and business decisions sometimes come down to players being unhappy. And I get it. I understand it. Because he looks around the NFL right now. You have the Packers defensive tackle who just he just re-signed, just had an extension for him. You just had Jeffrey Simmons, who's a little bit younger, but reset the market. When the market resets, that's when the guys take advantage of it. And he feels like with the numbers providing that and the analytics showing that he deserves a raise. If you were doing good at your job, would you not ask for a raise at that point? If somebody was getting paid more than you and you were doing better than them or just as good as them, would you not ask for a raise? Yes or
Honestly.
No? Okay, so there you go.
All right. So for those who want to get rid of Baker Mayfield, who are you going to replace him with? There's nobody better out there to replace him with.
I don't even know. I don't even know.
There's nobody really out there that's better that we can get. So if they say,
you replace them with you replace them with your young guys that you have on this team. You replace them with the veterans. You replace them if that's the way you want to go. But to me, that's the last resort at this juncture. People saying, well, you'd be better off to trade him for what? The future? The future is now. If you guys are telling me that Todd Bowles is on the hot seat, if you're telling me that Jason Licht is on the hot seat, if you're telling me your defense was not good and the solution to the problem is trading a Vita Vea, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying that at this point. Then all bets are off at this juncture. Then I'm
Who were we talking about getting from the Raiders last year? I can't remember his name. Oh man,
Mason Crosby.
Yeah, Mason. Yeah, Mason Crosby. Yeah. Do you think that they would trade him?
No, I don't. No, I don't. I don't think that's going to happen, Ed. Anything else, buddy?
That would be great. We had Mason Crosby. That would just be a dream shot right there. And keep and find a way to keep what's his name.
You're not trading for Crosby at this point. I don't see that happening, especially if it's about money, Ed. If you're trying to re-sign a Baker Mayfield to a big-time contract extension, I don't think you're going to trade for Crosby at this juncture, especially if it were
Here's what I would do if I was Jason Licht. This is probably what he's going to do because he's a good GM. He's going to say, okay, buddy, you're going to play this contract, and we're going to sign Baker Mayfield and go from there. Maybe we can get you later on down the line with a bigger contract, but right now we need to sign Baker Mayfield.
Yeah. All right,
I think that's our best bet.
All right, man. I appreciate the call. Appreciate the time as always.
No problem. Have a good night.
All right. Open phone line 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. We're on TikTok. Big Ed, third way. Why wait before training camp? I blame Sue for this. Drama before the season starts, bad sign. Yeah, that's what I think too. I mean, it's been, negativity central to a certain degree. And then you get Ruben Bain Jr. and you have the draft that you have and you start to feel good about it. And then the Baker Mayfield contract situation comes up. It's not good. It can definitely be a distraction, especially if you're missing a player like Vea. He hasn't been traded yet, but he's requested a trade. That's the breaking news here on the Sports Web. What's your name? Where are you calling from? You're on the Evolution.
Thank you for wasting my time. Goodbye forever.
All right, Sun Devil, what's on your mind? What are your thoughts on this whole situation?
Yeah, I just kind of settled in. So Vea wants out, which is kind of a shock. I thought, didn't he want to play with these two? Possibly might have two rookies starting with Bain and the kid from Missouri and a lot of the other young players on this defensive line and defensive front seven. I mean, there's a lot of healthy young guys here, and now he wants to bail. Do you get a second or third round pick for him, or?
And I said Mason Crosby. It's Max Crosby. Yes, thank you very much. It is Max Crosby. I apologize. I don't know why I said Mason Crosby. What I'm thinking here, right? Oh, that's right. I was thinking about taking a break tonight. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, you're right. Max Crosby. But go ahead here. What were you saying? Playing with rookies? Yeah, you've got Ruben Bain Jr. Yeah. You're excited about him on the side. You got Yaya Diaby. It's about business. This is what this is about. Vea believes he deserves a raise. He may actually be correct about this because at the time the Bucs signed him to that contract, it was 6th ranked in all the National Football League. And now with time and then him being 31 years old, and listen, the Bucs have had every opportunity to get this done previously, and they haven't done it. So maybe there's a reason. Maybe they wanted to play out the contract. Maybe they're going to franchise him next year. Maybe you just move on from him at this point. Somebody said it. When did they get rid of Warren Sapp? As crazy as it sounds, it was at 31 years old. Eerily similar. Sapp, of course, being a more productive player on the stat sheets, but definitely an impact, just more of an impact than Vita Vea. But Vita Vea on this defense is definitely an impact, was an impact for Super Bowl 55. No doubt about it.
He
different impact, but still.
You got to remember when he was out, then he came back healthy. Remember they were 7-5 when he was out, right? In that year, weren't they 7-5?
They were 7-5, and
then he came back,
and
they took off and finished 11-5, right?
Well, no, they were 7-5. They went 8-0. He returned, I believe, during the Packers game, which is the NFC Championship game.
Oh, I thought he came back earlier. I thought he came back around week 12 or something.
No, he went out in the Chicago game. He went out with a major injury there, and of course, Nacho, who they picked up. And got, which again, a lot of people say, well, it was depth. Well, he played in his place. There were other players that played in his place. So maybe they feel like there was something there. There was some type of situation beforehand. I don't know. I'm just, again, I'm looking in my crystal ball here. If I know the lottery numbers, let me know. I'll let you know. We'll both be millionaires. I don't know. I'm just speculating at this juncture. But you look at the moves in the offseason, put 2 and 2 together here. Kind of interesting.
I hope they keep him. If not, maybe get a second or third round pick. Maybe with Baker franchise tag, give him $48 million. And again, there's no one else out there. I was going to read some names to you: Derek Carr, Russell Wilson, Jimmy Garoppolo, Josh Dobbs, Cooper Rush.
I'm over the quarterback.
Those are the people available. Any of those names sound great for backup? For a good fill-in.
I'm over the quarterback stuff. I really am. They're set at Jake Browning. And we'll see. I think quarterback 3 is the position to watch at this point when it comes to Jalen Daniels and Connor Bazelak at this point. But they're good at quarterback. Whether they get the Baker Mayfield contract situation, people go, well, move on from Baker. Don't do a deal this year. Well, that hinders what you can do next year. It takes away the flexibility. If you're able to work out a contract this year, it keeps your flexibility intact. If you use that franchise tag next year on Baker, it takes away the flexibility. But again, if you want to sign a player, you find a way to sign him. I believe Jason Licht and Mike Greenberg will do that. And if they don't, then they move on from him. He plays under this contract. It's a distraction all year long, or he gets traded before the season. And, I think a lot of the optimism that you built up in this offseason for this defense, then there's a big time question mark at this point because you miss out on your most consistent defensive, lineman at this juncture.
I think they need to hopefully straighten it out. Maybe they get Vita Vea what he wants. If not, you just cut ties, move on, and try to get as much value as you can with either a future draft pick.
I mean, would you
I
sign
don't know if
him?
there's anyone out there that he could trade.
Would you
trade
sign
worthy
him?
because now
Well,
everyone else has
there's
leverage.
plenty
I know
of-
that
there's
Vita
plenty
Vea
of
is not
teams.
happy.
There's plenty of teams, and we can go through those teams. More than likely, he wants to be on the West Coast. He's from California. Again,
Maybe works on that.
speculation. The 49ers, the Rams are coming up. The Vegas Raiders, I think that's the more likely situation because of the relationship there with John Spytek. See what that situation would happen here. Going there. I mean, I don't want to see it happen, but those are some of the teams. I mean, any team would be crazy. I mean, look, the Giants, right? The Giants just got rid of Dexter Lawrence. Don't you think they would want a Vita Vea? I mean, are they willing to trade, a first-round pick for him next year? Is that good enough? I mean, that's the trade value. Some people said second and fifth.
Right.
If I'm Jason Licht, you get as much production from Lawrence and Vea even at his age. I'm making a case to get a first-round pick. Sorry, that's where the analytics are. That's what I'm hold out for, right?
That's what I would hold out to. So hopefully they get someone either first, second round pick or someone of equal value.
Yeah,
that was kind of a shock that he just throws this out there right before camp starts. So camp starts in 4 days.
No, camp starts in 2 days.
Oh, 2 days. Okay,
on Wednesday.
So give us a big update. Tell us how everyone's doing. Again, great job, great show.
Thank you.
Love everything about it.
Appreciate
and I'll call you on Wednesday. Thank you for wasting my time. Goodbye forever.
There you go. I appreciate it. Good stuff there from Sun Devil Day. We appreciate it. Let's go out to TikTok. No comments there. Thank you very much for watching. We'll read the comments here. Live when it comes to Facebook stars are open at this point on Facebook Live. YouTube Super Chats are open. If you like the content, give to the content. Then go Instagram Live tonight. I'm tired of people telling me you can't see my face. StreamYard, they got something screwed up on their end. I'm not dealing with that nonsense at this juncture. I'm not dealing with any nonsense at this point. Let's go out to Jim. Jim.
Damn it, Jim, what the hell's the matter with you?
Welcome to the Evolution. I know how you feel about this situation. You were kind of talking about this last week. You were concerned about it. How concerned are you about it now?
Well, he requested a trade. Where did you get the news?
Well, you got it from Adam. You got it from all kinds of sources. NFL Network, ESPN. It's all over the place. This is not just somebody making up a rumor. Yeah, this is breaking news, my friend.
So, he requested a trade, huh?
He did.
So, is he under contract till when?
Huh?
Is he under contract? Or is he a free agent?
He is. He's under contract still.
Oh, okay. When is his contract due? He just want to redo his contract early, right?
Yeah, he wants a contract extension at this point.
Oh, extension. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, man. I'm gonna let it play out. I don't think we should trade him, but I wanted to keep him all along, so I don't know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what his agents is telling him or what's going on with the team between him and his agents and the Bucs and him. So I just got it ain't enough news from me yet, so I'm gonna keep.
Well, if it gets to that point, it's either, again, this is all about leverage negotiation, or again, there's failed negotiations and it got frustrating and they felt like there was no way to get this done. I was told by somebody in the know that this is more negotiation than anything else, but we'll see. We'll see. It certainly has gotten to that point it had to get to that point to where you believe, listen, that there's no turning back. But we've seen this before happen where somebody requests a trade and everybody thinks it's going to happen. I'll go back to the Myles Garrett situation. Everybody was saying Myles Garrett's going to be traded to Cleveland. He's going to go here. He's going to go there. And then all of a sudden they come up with a new deal. Now, of course, they ended up trading him the next year. But the point was he wanted a trade and he got his new deal.
Like the only defensive player that Cleveland really had. It ain't like the Bucs, really.
Well, Vita Vea right now is kind of the only consistent player the Bucs have on that line. He's
our best veteran.
He's their best veteran. Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. Agree.
Because Devontae retired and the guy in the backfield, he got traded or he left.
Yeah.
So I Yeah, he'd be our best veteran. I would suggest that we keep him, but we gotta keep going on the story. Hopefully, they can work out something for him.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know what if they get rid of him. We definitely gonna need somebody to plug and play. So I don't know if the young pieces is ready for all that. We just have to see.
Yeah, you're exactly right. You're absolutely correct. I agree with that.
Yeah. So I'll keep listening, man. I was just trying to check in, make sure I had all my story right.
Yeah, man, absolutely. You know, I knew you would be the first one to call because you're a big guy, and I know you like Vita Vea, and you were concerned.
I love me some Vita Vea. I got his jersey. So.
I think you appreciate him more maybe than some people out there. Some Bucs fans are out there ready to move on from him, and I guess the question for you, and I already kind of know the answer, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Are you okay with the Bucs moving on from him and trading him away, or do you want the Bucs to re-sign him somehow, some way?
I suggest that they should work it out and get him paid for something.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, what we're doing with the quarterback. Somebody should have been paid by now. Both of those. It's like, quarterbacks is important.
Right.
And your best defensive lineman is important. It's one, that's the two sides of the ball that you need to pay first.
Yeah.
So I don't know why we taking all day to pay these two.
I agree.
So,
it's a business, my friend. It's a big time business. I'm glad I'm definitely
hopefully Bucs can work it out, but we are Pirates though, so
we'll see, man. We'll see.
I always tell my friends our team is a Pirates, man.
This team has been able to do it before. We'll see if they can do it again here, all right?
Yeah, I think they can work it out. Jason Licht, man, this is his job now. Everybody talking about that, getting on Jason Licht.
That's why he's getting paid the big bucks, right?
Yep. Hopefully, we're not proven wrong by all these Jason Licht haters.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. If you don't get it right, then you'll have Jason Licht haters no matter what. If he gets them done,
they're gonna be here no matter what. But at least
they didn't get Baker Mayfield done. You get Baker Mayfield and Vita Vea done. You're gonna get Yaya Diaby done. You can get this guy done. You can never make Bucs fans happy. Why even try?
Right. I think Yaya Diaby got an interview, so hopefully he ain't unhappy.
Well, he wants to see Baker get re-signed so he can get his contract because Jason Licht was talking about that this offseason. So, of course, he wants to see Baker get signed so he can get his fair share. But he knows Baker, and he watched the quarterback series. He knows that he's the leader of that team. Jim, appreciate the call as always. All right, use the second one if you like. All right?
All right, thank you.
Appreciate you. All right, good stuff. All right. Let's see here. So I got some comments here. I want to go back to them. I appreciate you guys staying with me here. Again, excuse my voice. Not necessarily the best dealing with the cold, but I'm here tonight. Hopefully it's not too hard on your ears. Open phone line 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Didn't get to my advertisements here really quick. Then we'll get out to the comments. Let's go out to Up the Block Barbershop. You like the haircut? You like the beard trim? You like the fade? You should. You don't have to go far. It's Up the Block Barbershop, 4946 Moog Road in Holiday, Florida. Again, whether you want any of those things, go see my favorite barber, Ricky, and all the talented barbers there at Up the Block Barbershop and tell them the Rolex reporter, Peter Blake, sent you. If that wasn't enough, we will be involved with this, the Tampa Bay Sports Collectors Expo, September 19th. Just trying to get my guy on tonight, Ian Beckles. He had something to do. We'll try to get him on in the future, but we will have him on September 19th, along with James Wilder Jr., along with Kenny Shaw, along with Clinton Portis, and some other football players. You know, you always have to tune in here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television Live from the Florida State Fairgrounds. And then if that wasn't enough, every day, Bucs fans, it's Bucs latest 10 to 15 minutes of daily Tampa Bay Buccaneer content on YouTube, 11 a.m. Go like and subscribe to that. Over 1,400 subscribers. And then on top of that, go to the newest Facebook page, Bucs Latest. And, of course, the Carter Agency, as we are on TikTok right now. We appreciate you giving us the opportunity to bring the evolution to life there on TikTok. Let's go out to the comments. Thank you very much for being patient with me. Tim says, what's up, Peter Blake? What's up with you?
Oh, yeah.
Let's go out to Tim again. Bucs leadership needs to get to work. They have lots of work to do, right? Seems like there's a lot of work in front of them unless, somebody told them that the work is already done. But I definitely believe in that Bucs brain trust over there. They know what they're doing. They will get this done. And hopefully in the next couple of days, it gets busier here. Business starts to pick up. when we get you some breaking news of possibly Vita Vea re-signing with the Bucs, and of course Baker Mayfield with the new contract extension, right? Who knows? Maybe it's happened. It's happened before. Maybe it can happen again. All right, let's go out to TJ Hicks. Oh my God, do not let Vita go. I think a lot of fans, a lot of Bucs fans were texting me, and that's what was happening, right? Like, I'll go back personally. 6 o'clock, I see something. I'm getting ready to say, I'm not going to do a show tonight. I'm going into Target to get some medication. I consult the media icon, Mr. TJ Reeves, right there, and ask him, what should I do to get my voice back? And he gives me all this stuff. And I'm saying, you know what? I got to go on tonight. I can't rest my voice. I got to get on here and talk to you Bucs fans about what's going on. So we got Gatorade. We got, what was it? A couple of chewable vitamin C's there. Some NyQuil. I actually grabbed the wrong NyQuil. It should have been DayQuil. I grabbed NyQuils. If I would have grabbed NyQuil, I would have been sleeping on this broadcast. It would have been a snooze fest because I would have been falling asleep the whole time. So good thing I didn't take that. The point is, he gave me the proper medication, told me to take 2 and call him in the morning. So there you go. Thank you to TJ Reeves right there. Love that guy. Let's go out to Christopher O'Reilly. Good evening, Peter. Good evening to you.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go out to Lynn Reservation right here. Happy Monday. Happy Monday to you. Let's go out to Steven. Hi, Peter. I don't see Vita leaving. He has all the help in the world. Ashawn, Nacho, etc. Can't see. The question for the night, Bucs fans, is very simple. Very simple. Do you want to see the Bucs re-sign Vita Vea, or do you want to see them trade him, let him go, play out his contract? Open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. King Cook, happy Monday, Bucs Nation. Getting rid of Vita is what we need to do. King Cook says you need to move on. If you do move on from Vita Vea, let me ask you this. Do you have enough confidence in this defense to be as good as you thought they were going to be with Vita now without him? It's an easy question on that. And then if you lose a Vita Vea, do your expectations start to fall down a little bit? And I know the expectations for some Bucs fans are already in the dumpster on this team, which I don't understand. But I get it. You still have a bad taste in your mouth from last year after going 2-7. I get that. But do your expectations go down? And how much do they go down? Open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Chris Cole, evening, fellas. Vea thing is just agent posturing for a new contract. We must talk to the same people. Roger Greenberg, 1205. Happy Monday, Buckaholics. Thank you very much for tuning in there, Roger.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for tuning in there, Chris Cole.
Oh, yeah.
King Cook, thank you very much for tuning in.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you some love here. Jim, okay, go Buccaneers. Let's go Peter Blake in the Sports Web. Appreciate you, Jim.
Damn it, Jim. What the hell's the matter with you?
Let's go to Lynn. Dang, he's been with y'all for a while. Yes. Traded, the Bucs actually traded down with the Buffalo Bills. The Bills took the quarterback savior, to use some of you Bucs fans, Josh Allen, number 7, and the Bucs ended up taking Vita Vea, who ended up winning them a Super Bowl. Josh Allen still looking for a Super Bowl, but in your Bucs minds, he is the quarterback savior of all the NFL teams out there. Let's go out to Eric Moreno. Eric, welcome to the Evolution.
Bring the passion, bring the excitement. Don't over any nonsense.
Love it, man. What's
going on, Peter?
I don't know.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, buddy. We got breaking news for you. What do you think about this whole situation?
I hopefully they will get a deal done.
Mm-hmm.
People said that it's a negotiating tactic, or yeah. I think this happened with Myles Garrett. He eventually got traded, and then he got an extension done like 3 days later after he asked for a trade last year. So, yeah.
Well, again, I go back to that situation, right? Everybody was assuming that Myles Garrett was going to be traded from the Cleveland Browns. All was lost. He's going to move on. He's going somewhere else. We were talking about him going to the Bucs, possibly some other teams, maybe the Eagles. and then all of a sudden he gets re-signed. It's all about money, right? In this situation, I definitely think it's about money, and I'll get back to that in just a moment here. But give me your thoughts. Do you think the Bucs should re-sign him? Should they let him go? Should they trade him? Are you better without Vita? Do you think you're better without Vita Vea at this point? Do your expectations go down if you lose the Vita Vea off of this Bucs defense? Talk to me, Eric.
I mean, of course, we're better with Vita. I mean, he commands double teams, and if Canty stays healthy, you can get 11, 12 sacks. You got Bain, you got Muhammad, you got Yaya, David Walker. So the sky's the limit for this team.
Right.
We got talent. We just gotta I know he's 31, so he's making 17 million. So maybe, do you think he would sit out if he doesn't get a new deal?
Well, he's showing up to camp tomorrow. So that's already been answered. Do I think it becomes a situation where it could be a distraction for this team? Yeah, I definitely think it could, especially if there's a trade request at this juncture. I don't think you want to go into 2026 like that, do you?
No, I don't think they would trade him. Josh Cable said that they want to trade him on an expiring contract. So, maybe I'm going to be in Colorado tomorrow, so hopefully they get a deal done. I don't have to stress about that.
Okay.
So, maybe 2 years, 40 million, just guaranteed like 35 mil.
For Vita Vea, he's worth at this point. I mean, he's making 17, so you could, again, 27 is what Sporadic is saying at this point. That's where it is at this point. That's where they project him as a defensive tackle. Now, where the Bucs go, what do they feel comfortable at? Where's the meeting ground? Where's the compromise to where they can get this done? I don't know. I mean, I would say, 24, 25, maybe that's fair. What do you think?
Yeah, okay. 22, 23 in that range.
Okay.
Do you think they can work this out?
I never ever rule against Jason Licht and crew there. So I'll give you what I always say. Just believe in Jason Licht. How about that?
Yeah, well, maybe they see this about, hey, let's pay him. Do you think someone said that if we pay Vita, we can't pay Baker? I don't know. I mean, I think we can do both.
I think you could figure it out. That's them. That's their job. I'm not going to sit up here and act like I, again, know everything when it comes to cap and this and that. It fluctuates. It goes up every year. You can create salary cap room. Eric, appreciate the call. We got to run. All right.
All right. Have a good night.
All right, man. All right. Let's go out to the phone lines here. What's your name? Where are you calling from here on the Evolution?
Hey, what's up, Peter?
What's going on, Mr. Williams? How you doing?
All right. Jason Licht, Todd Bowles, and the rest of them, okay? Tomorrow is Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get Baker Mayfield, Vita Vea, and their people. Let's put them around the round table.
Right.
Let's open up the vault.
Okay.
At $1 price.
Okay.
And let's put these deals on the table.
So you're
I understand we got a lot of new guys.
Right.
But number 50 is that veteran of that cornerstone of that line.
Right.
We need him.
Okay.
We need him. I'd say pay that boy.
Well, you definitely need him. I mean, you feel good about re-signing him. You don't feel good about losing him. Do you feel like the Bucs are better without him?
No.
Me neither.
Because he's a one-man wrecking crew really by itself.
Really? He has been, though. The last couple of years, he's been a one-man wrecking crew. Yes.
You see when some of the guys went down on that defensive line.
Right.
And they went to double team in number 50.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of slowed down his production.
Right.
So now we got everybody back on the defensive line.
Okay.
Yaya and Elijah Canty is back. You feel me?
Yeah.
We got guys that's gonna make room for number 50. That's gonna open up, and we're gonna have more pressure on the quarterback this year.
Well, listen, it works both ways, right? Because when you start to get those edge rushers, then you get those one-on-one opportunities for Vea. Because then you have to start doubling on the outside guys. So that's when those inside guys start to take over, and a Kalijah Cansey, possibly in the inside of Vita Vea. That's when those guys take over. So it works hand in hand. And this is the best situation that I think and I can agree with BA. And then people go, well, it's sacrilege to agree with BA, comparing it to 2020's team. But this has the most talent. This is the most talent this Bucs team has had, in my opinion, since 2020 when it comes to this defensive line. It is.
Yes, sir. And like I say, if they trade him before the season, all right, you might as well say we rebuild all over again.
Yeah, I hate that word. I really do. But I heard that word a lot from Bucs fans, and I think that's the kind of signal it would send. I really do. I think it's a bad signal. It's been a part of a terrible offseason at this point. It would make it worse.
One more thing. Everybody talk about get rid of Baker Mayfield. No, they better not.
Well, and enough of the Todd Bowles stuff. You know, I see some comments. The players don't want to play for Todd Bowles. Everything isn't on Todd Bowles all the time, guys. It's just not on him.
No, it's not.
My gosh.
And it's not. He can only do so much.
Right.
Not right.
Right.
It's up to the guys when you get on the field to execute.
Exactly.
You got to execute the plays.
Agreed.
You can't get beat.
Agree, Mr. Williams. Agree, Mr. Williams. One of the best calls you've had, my friend.
And Baker Mayfield.
Yep.
We're gonna put Chris Godwin to work this year because I need him to stay healthy because he got some young guys he got to raise.
Well, that's one of the guys that's getting paid a lot of money at this point. He has a lot to prove, and he's 2 years removed from an injury. Mr. Williams, I appreciate the call as always. Okay, we got to run, bro.
All right, my man.
All right, good stuff there. Want to get out. I want to miss these phone calls because they keep on coming in from unknown numbers. So hopefully you are real numbers at this point. I'll call you back. Hopefully you're not spamming me. What's your name? Where are you calling from? You're on the Evolution.
Peter.
What's going on, boss? What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This Corey, man.
What's up, Corey? I don't know what's wrong with my my ID tonight. My caller ID, it's not working. A lot of things are not working, but we're working here on the Sports Web. What's on your mind, boss? What do you think of this whole situation with Vita Vea requesting a trade?
What's wrong with this dude, man?
Listen, I get he wants to be paid. I get that. Like, we all want to be paid. We all want to be paid what we're worth. You look at the market, he's 19th. I wanted to get into this. This from our friend there, Greg Allman of Fox Sports. There are 10 NFL defensive linemen making $24 million a year or more. So he says in his words, I think Vea would draw that and more if he were to go to the open market as a free agent in March. Even at age 32, not many guys command as much attention as he does. And he also says that this, by average annual salary, Bucs Vita Vea ranks 19th among defensive tackles at $17.75 million per year. He's entering, of course, the final year of his 4-year deal. He signed in January 2022. He's 31, and of the 18 defensive tackles, pay attention, Bucs fans, making more than him right now, only 4 are older.
He on the plus side of 30. He a zero tech. He a zero tech. He got to be a scheme fit, a 3-3-5, zero tech gap filler, and he might get you 4-5 sacks. Might get you 4 sacks.
Right.
He keep the linebackers clean and everything, but come on, man, he done already got 2 extensions, Dana. Don't he got 2 extensions already?
Well, he did get a contract extension. I believe it was when was it when he signed it? What was it? 2022. He signed in 2022.
Right.
He signed a 4-year deal. So rookie deal, and then he got extension. Yeah, you're correct about that. Yeah.
Come on, man.
He didn't
and then he got to fit the right scheme. He can't fit no even front. And then he can't even play. He don't even play every down, man. You know what I'm saying? First down, then maybe second and short. Third down, he coming off the field. You need pass rush.
So you move on from him? You're going to move on from him, or are you going to try to keep him?
No, his ass better play this year. I mean, well, he can sit. I mean, he's losing
Let
money.
him sit out. Play the younger guys. Okay.
He losing money.
Do you think that's a distraction at this point? Can the Bucs afford that distraction?
Oh yeah, man. He doing it. I don't understand that. I don't understand this dude, man.
Well,
why is this?
That's what I don't understand either. Because you know that Baker Mayfield is coming up with the contract extension. You know he's going with his stuff there. And now you're at and I guess what people say, well, Vea's been with the team longer. Okay, I understand that. But like Corey just said, you already received a contract extension. You signed that. You're continuing that. You know how important a quarterback is to this team. You know that Baker Mayfield has played to that contract, to, those market terms. Why make this more difficult for Jason Licht and the administration when they've taken care of you, when they've taken care of this?
They already did it.
I get it's business, but also there's, and that's the problem. See, we think with emotion, we think of loyalty and stuff like that. These guys are not thinking about that. They're thinking of, well, if he doesn't give me that, then I'll request a trade and I can force my way out. And I don't give a, you know what? I'm not going to curse. I don't give a, you know what? I don't care. I'll move on. I'll request a trade. I'll cause a distraction. It's just not a good look.
I think that's maybe why Light got that that boy from the Carolina Hills Zero Tech.
Well,
he can play Zero Tech too, right?
You got Ashawn Robinson for a 1-year, $10 million deal. You got DeMonte Capehart in round 5, 6'5", 315 from Clemson.
Yeah, he's a big boy. He's a 300-something pounder, right?
You got Elijah Roberts, who's a big guy. You got Elijah Simmons, who's a big guy. You also got Nacho, who replaced Vea when he got hurt in that 2020 year when you won the Super Bowl. And I get it. Vea was a big part of that, especially in that NFC Championship game in the Super Bowl. Make no mistake about it.
Right.
But he
was young then.
He's interesting though. It's kind of interesting how, why did the Bucs do this in the first place? Did they know? Did they sense something? And I get it, he's working with Ndamukong Suh, but we know Suh also has had his own fair share of contract negotiations and contract problems and holdouts and stuff like that. And we know how Suh works. He's a businessman. I get it. It's all about business in the NFL, but it's such a terrible look 2 days before training camp.
And I mean, right now he want to try to drive down the morale of the team, man. We trying to get the morale up.
Right.
We just got a new front. You know what I mean? We done bring in some more ends, some more pass rushers, and then you want to come with this, man. So
I agree.
I just don't understand it, man. But
I don't either.
Go get your money, man. I mean, we ain't gonna trade him. He either go sit out this year or he go play. It don't matter. I bet you come to training camp.
Well, he's going to come to training camp tomorrow. He's going to report to training camp.
He ain't gonna lose that money.
No, he's not going to lose that money. But again, if he's reporting to training camp, does it become a distraction? Are you able to have some more time now? I mean, what's the whole situation of this? What is the effect on the team? I know maybe, again, it may be much to do about nothing, right, Corey? Because we talked about Myles Garrett requesting a trade. Everybody thinks he's done. He's gone. He's going to be, leaving the Cleveland Browns. And then what happens? They sign him to an extension at this point. Yeah.
But I mean, even if he go on the market, man, he got to be a scheme fit. And, a lot of these teams running even fronts, man. I don't know. But he fit the Bucs perfectly for what we run.
He does. And it's a perfect situation, right? You would have to agree right now. This is the most talent, in my opinion, they've had since 2020. There's a lot of talent here and an opportunity for not only this defense to be successful, but Vea to be successful. Because if you start
I thought he was going to step up and be a leader, man. I ain't think he'll be selfish with this man.
It's not a good.
You got money. You got money, man.
Yeah, it's not. He got money. It's not a good look, Corey. It's definitely not a good look. Anything else, my friend?
Man, that's just about it. So, I mean, if it come down to it's him and Baker. So, hey, we got to go with the quarterback. You need a quarterback.
Well, I think that's what you got to do. You definitely got to go with the quarterback, and that's why I try to explain to people when people go, "Well, trade Baker." can you you realize this, Corey? And I did research. Amazing. People just think I don't do any research before the show, but I did research on this. If you traded Baker Mayfield right now, it's a $59 million cap hit. Not happening. You're not trading Baker Mayfield and that $59 million cap hit. You're going to either re-sign him to an extension or wait it out, which was the other report, the other news of the day here, according to various sources from ESPN. I believe it was Jeremy Fowler saying that Baker felt comfortable with, if they don't get a contract extension done, that he'll go ahead and play out until 2027 and take the franchise tag, because it's going to be 47.
Damn, how much? If it's 50 something, how much is the franchise tag?
47 to 48 million dollars. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's going to eat your salary cap up no matter what. Now, if you do a deal this year, it's going to provide more flexibility with other situations. But going back to that, and just think about this, because this was mentioned again, if the Bucs truly wanted to get this done before, they could have done it. They could have done some restructuring. They could have re-signed him. They didn't do that. So maybe this is the plan all along, where you play out the contract, see where you're at, you re-sign them then, or you go with newer guys. You go with the younger guys, because at this point, Vita Vea is 31 years old and still playing at a high level. But eventually, we know every dog has its day, right?
Right.
We know this.
Right.
For even a defensive tackle that's as good as Vita Vea, eventually you start to see the downside.
But what I'm saying, Peter, he ain't no damn Aaron Donald, man.
No, he's not.
He can only play certain downs, man.
He's not an Aaron Donald, man, but he definitely makes a big part of your defense. He's a big part of it. And I definitely believe if you get rid of Vita Vea, you're not feeling good about the expectations of this defense.
I mean, you can live. It'll hurt, but you can still live with it.
Yeah. All right.
You
still live with it. So you're ready to move. You're saying play out your contract, Vita Vea. If not, you're not trading him. You're keeping him on the roster. And if he doesn't play and he gets traded, you don't feel so bad about it.
No.
Okay. All right, Corey. Coming strong. Appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
Use the second call if you want to, all right?
All right.
All right, good stuff. Open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. All right, let's go out to the comments. TJ Hicks says, as Tampa lets him go, they are idiots. Len says, LeBron is in my city. I see that. Congratulations. King Cook, 1485. We can't re-sign everyone all the time. Damn. Trade him for better players at picks period. We are not winning a Super Bowl with him on this team this year. King, I'm not ready to say they're not going to win a Super Bowl or win the NFC South or win a playoff game. At this point, what you look forward to is winning the NFC South, getting in. You never know. A team gets hot at the right time. Did you really think the Bucs at 7-5 in 2020? I know it's a steep comparison, but at 2020, 7-5, they were going to make that 8-0 run, but everything came together. You just never know. All right, let's go out to Curtis, a big guy himself. A big guy wants to be traded off this team. That would be Vita Vea. Welcome to the Evolution. Your thoughts?
It makes you ask yourself, what the hell is going on in Tampa right now?
Well, a lot of people try to pin this on Todd Bowles, and I just think it's unfair. Like, players don't necessarily want to not play for Todd Bowles. They want to get their money. They want to get their contract done. And, two of these deals at this point crept up. It was Baker Mayfield and it was Vita Vea.
People have to understand, the more successful your team has become,
right,
the more these players want to be paid.
Correct.
Now, yes, we had a shitty year last year, but before that, 4 straight NFC South championships. Are you serious?
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are forgetting about that. And both him and Baker were pivotal parts of it, because think about it. You lost Levante David. Who else besides Antoine Winfield is a key part of that defense? Because Kalijah Canty can't stay hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and as much of a Bucs fan I am, Zion McCollum should not have gotten that contract. I don't think he should have got paid. I think he could have got a contract, but I don't think he deserved that much. I don't.
No, you don't, huh?
Because I think him as I mean, he's a good player, but he was basically doing Jamel Dean on the other side a little bit. He was when he was bored, he was just doing nothing.
Right.
And it's like, are you serious? But and then another thing is we don't really see a lot of players actually be traded from Tampa. When's the last time we seen a trade request from Tampa?
Wow. Geez, you have to go back a while, don't you? I haven't heard a trade request at all from Tampa.
It's been a very long time.
Very long time. A very long
very
time.
long. It's been a very long time.
Yeah.
Because we don't that's not the kind of stuff that we're used to.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, here's the thing. I love Vita.
Right.
You know, I remember being on air with you when we took Vita, because I'm pretty sure me and you wanted Derwin James.
Well, no, I don't know if I wanted Derwin James. I think you're talking about my co-host there, the late great Sean, the Sports Don. I don't know who I was open to at that year, but I remember when they traded down and I got Vita Vea. I was like, who's this guy? And then you look at it and you're like, okay, now I understand it. Now I know what they're trying to do.
Of course.
And then he got
hurt.
And
you can't have a dominant defense without a dominant defensive line.
Agree.
And I heard the previous gentleman say Vita was no Aaron Donald. You're right. He's not Aaron Donald.
Right.
However, you see what this defense looks like with and without Vita.
Right.
Because guess what? They people run their offenses. They run their offense away from Vita.
Right.
Because this dude clogs up the middle.
Yeah.
The Bucs don't get gashed up the middle like that because nobody wants to run into that.
Right.
So I don't know. I'm ready to see what these teams are going to do. I'm ready to see what the Bucs are going to do. Either get these contracts out the way or just go play some damn football.
I agree. I agree.
Honestly, I'm at the point where, yes, I understand as fans that we're interested in what goes on with our team, but at the end of the day, we can't do anything about the numbers.
Yeah, you can't.
It's all on the team and the players. So I mean, I want Vita to be here. I want Baker to be here. But at the end of the day, those guys are their own men. And guess what? At the end of the day, they have to make a decision what's best for them and their family.
That's it. That's what it comes down to. I just, 2 days before training camp, it's such a bad story, and it
sucks. It sucks.
It does.
It absolutely sucks.
Yep.
But it's also, and like I said, I said this a couple days ago when I was on here with Peter and Mr. Powers.
Yes.
The problem with a lot of people is y'all still live in a fantasy football world. You got to remember the NFL is a business.
Right.
And, it's just like anybody else, Peter. You have a job that you go clock in, and there's days where you hate your job. But your job pays the bills.
Very few and far between now. But you're absolutely correct. Yes.
So, I mean, we're going
I love my job now.
We're gonna see how this works out.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. You're 100% correct.
Right.
The Bucs always make a big signing before the season starts, so we could easily see both of them sign before the season starts.
Yeah, it's much to do about nothing, right? We've seen this. This is how they do business, or this could be something more. And a lot of people say, well, it could be something more because they've been in negotiations. So,
and then here's the other thing.
Mm-hmm.
They could sign neither one of them before the season. And then we have both of them have a huge season. Then what are you going to do?
Well, you got a good problem on your hands at that point. Then you're gonna have to figure it out. It's a good problem to have. You move on maybe from Vea. You sign them to a 1-year contract.
And the last thing I'm going to say is this.
Yeah,
we watched Jason Licht and his financial team move money around to make these players fit.
I need to hire them over there. Yeah,
man, I'm trying to tell you,
I'm
right?
telling you, right?
I'm trying to tell you, right?
I got Fifth Third Bank through the Bucs, but I don't think it includes them.
Listen, guys, have faith in the Bucs. I know a lot of people don't like Todd Bowles, but you got to remember Todd Bowles is only the coach. He only controls what he can control.
Right.
When it comes to the numbers and the dollars, he has nothing to do with that.
Right.
Nothing at all.
Exactly.
So
now,
I don't know, man.
When he was asked about it a couple months ago, when Vea had a hold in, he wasn't concerned. now you kind of wonder if he's concerned about it, or again, he's been told by upper management, don't worry about it. We'll handle this. So we'll see if they can handle it in-house. They've got a couple days here. We'll see if it becomes a holdout situation. It becomes a distraction.
Go Tampa Bay, man. That's all we care about right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
All right, let's go into this training camp. Let's go into the training camp in the preseason. Let's go in healthy and come out healthy. And let's get can we get another 6-2 from the beginning of the year, but don't fold under pressure at the back of the end. Back end of the year.
I agree.
So,
completely agree with you, my friend. That would definitely be what everybody wants at this point. All right. Anything else, Kurt?
No, not yet, man. I'm sitting here watching stupid wrestling right now.
All right. What's going on with wrestling? Give me a wrestling update.
Man, they're just getting prepared for SummerSlam. That's it, man.
That's it.
The only thing I'm really interested in is Obafemi and Brock Lesnar in the Hell in a Cell. I mean, there's two huge guys in a cage.
Can I tell you what's going to happen before it happens? It's like a scary movie. You know what's going to happen before it happens? Like Freddy's going to kill everybody. Jason's going to kill everybody. Michael Myers is going to kill.
It's like it's like you knowing what's going to happen and you don't want to watch, but you have to watch.
You're going to watch, but Obafemi is going to beat Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar is going to retire. That's the way it should be. And Brock Lesnar should put over Obafemi because he's the next big thing.
And the rumor is The Rock is going to be involved in the Seth Rollins and the Roman Reigns match.
Awesome. That's exactly what we need. All right, my friend.
All right, brother, man. Hey, go Bucs, man.
Yeah, go Bucs. Love it. Love it. Love it right there.
Wait up, little boy. Wait up.
By the way, breaking news, not only the Vita Vea news there, but Todd Bowles on July 27th, 2026 is still your head coach.
It's exciting.
It is exciting, Todd. Absolutely.
Fire the cannon.
I know everybody was getting excited about that. No breaking news when it comes to Vita Vea, but that is the breaking news of the night. The questions of the night, how concerned are you about that? We'll throw that out there, 1 to 10. Do you want to see the Bucs re-sign Vita Vea, move on, trade him? And then if they do move on from him, are your expectations, are they kind of by the wayside at that point? Where are your expectations for this team? Do they go down? Open phone line, 727-255 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. I'm dealing with something. It's in my nose. It's in my throat. So my voice is not necessarily 100%. So once again, thank you very much for tuning in to the evolution of Sports Talk Television as we are over an hour here on Facebook, YouTube, not Instagram Live tonight, LinkedIn Live. I'll try to be professional, of course, X, and of course, TikTok. We'll see how we're doing over there. Sam Mariota says he still has 1 year on his contract. He does. Dad's figure it out. Good evening, Peter. Good evening to you.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go out to Sun Devil Dave. Heard from him earlier. We'll hear from him again. Happy for the city of Philly, but it's weird that LeBron left for a vet minimum $4 million. Why didn't he settle for $4 million in LA to play with Luka, Reeves, Hugh, Ayton, and Strange? No idea. In the world of LeBron, he felt like the better situation was the Philadelphia 76ers. Everybody knows the key is not Jaylen Brown, is not LeBron James, is not the backcourt. It is Joel Embiid. He has to stay healthy for over 60 games for them to have a shot at doing anything. And if he can't stay healthy, it doesn't matter what they do. Just my opinion. That's my basketball take. That's what I'll give you tonight. I got my own problems over here when it comes to Bucs injuries. I'm also an Orlando Magic fan. I got my own problems with Banchero and Franz Wagner and a new coaching staff. Can Wagner stay healthy, please, for the love of God? Because that team is different when he could stay healthy. Let's go out to James Flash Ludeman. Vea wants to go. Bucs don't want to pay a 31-year-old defensive tackle for a quarterback with huge upside. Okay, thank you very much. So you're willing to let him go. If you let him go, do you think this Bucs defense is better, Flash Ludeman? 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Steve says, this is Vea only chance to play with Bain, former teammate Nacho, Ashawn, Cansey, Diaby, Walker, and Nelly. I agree. What a great opportunity, Steven. Right? This is the best talent you've had on the defensive line. You've got to be excited about this defense, and losing him or having this distraction with a possible holdout. We know he's going to attend camp tomorrow. Does that continue? Do the Bucs or are the Bucs able to work out a contract extension? We shall see. Can Cook trade Vita come on, man. Trade Vita for Shador, a guy who had 7 touchdowns and 10 interceptions. Come on, man. That's a terrible idea. I'm sorry. Trading Vita Vea for Shador Sanders. That's a terrible idea. Whatever offer gets best. Let's go out to Steven. Bro, I don't want Sanders. Brenda says we need to keep him. Andrew says Bowles is part of the problem. How so? Explain the problem of Todd Bowles and how a contract situation that is clearly between Vita Vea and the team itself is the reason for this mess. How does Todd Bowles get involved with this? I don't understand. How is Todd Bowles involved with this situation? Please, seriously, I want to know. Put the comments in the box of why you think the reason why Vita Vea doesn't want to be with this team is because of Todd Bowles. Give me an answer. Don't just say it's Todd Bowles. Give me a reason. Give me a solution. The reason for Vita Vea not wanting to be with the Bucs is Todd Bowles. Because I'm telling you right now, it's a business situation. It's a business decision with him and his camp. It's not Todd Bowles. Everything is not Todd Bowles. Mike Evans didn't leave because of Todd Bowles. Mike Evans left because of a better opportunity. Mike Evans left because he felt like the 49ers were in a better situation. It's not just all on Todd Bowles. I swear to God, between quarterbacks and coaches on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, no one is safe. Todd Bowles. Todd is right here. Why is Todd Bowles? Oh, it's just a lazy comment. I just want to throw out a lazy comment. I just want to be stupid. All right, be stupid then.
That's good enough to suck right there.
Be stupid then. Be stupid then.
This guy sucks.
Be stupid then.
Shut up!
But give me some reason why you want to be stupid. Vita Vea has flourished in Todd Bowles' defense. What are you talking about? You don't think players around the league want to play for Todd Bowles? You're out of your friggin' mind. Talk to the free agent linebacker who just came from the Detroit Lions. He wanted to play for Todd Bowles. He took less money to come to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It wasn't just the money. It was playing for Todd Bowles' defense. It's amazing. It's an amazing concept. This team will play for him. Just because you had a bad year last year doesn't mean it's all lost. All right, let's go out to Lamar. Lamar, welcome to the Evolution.
Oh, aloha, guys. Aloha, Buccaneers family. Hope all is well with everyone.
Yes, I got to get to my guy, Brightside Broadway. I didn't forget you, my friend. I'll get you. Give me a call back, Brightside. Go ahead, Lamar.
Bring your passion. Bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense.
Love it. Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Anyways, so, about the news with Baker and the news with Vita. Baker, I'm sure, is going to sign soon. Something's going to happen. Or like you were saying that, he might just play it out and have the tag. And then they're going to have to deal with a financial situation,
right?
Later. And then as far as Vita, Vita has a couple little kids, man. It's like he's trying to take care of his family.
Right.
I think that's more so the gist of it. And then, I look at it if you look at our line, everybody's talking about how Vita does a few downs.
Mm-hmm.
But Vita takes care of all the doubles, takes care of everybody. Guys that's coming down the middle. I feel that Vita is probably the best on the line.
Right.
As far as that, how many people are taking on doubles?
Okay. No, it makes lots of sense, right? Because Vea does take on those double and triple teams, and then you may start seeing some of that come back to you once you start seeing more double and triple teams on the outside with these edge rushers, which I think are very talented. Very talented.
And I feel with all the new players coming, he's going to have, freedom to be able to do more work this year. There was a lot of injuries he took up, from him, from other players. When other players was down, he was there. when he was down, other players were there. It's kind of like, back and forth.
Yeah.
But I believe that all of, everybody that's on the defensive side, on the offensive side, his teammates, the staff, I don't believe they want to see him go. But they all understand, family and business.
Right.
It's like, I got a family. I want to take care of my family. All those players want to take care of their family.
Correct. You're absolutely correct,
and
Lamar.
I believe like a lot of the players, what is Via's role? Like he's much better than a lot of players that are playing his role.
Well, he's a nose tackle, he's defensive lineman.
Yeah,
He could do various. Yeah, absolutely.
He's much better than most. Even with the guys that are getting paid more than him, I feel like he's better than a lot of those guys.
Right, and that's his point. He wants to be paid market value at this juncture. We'll see.
And I understand that, and everything like that.
Right.
But if you look at that time of him getting an extension at a low rate, it's because he was helping the other players as well as Brady helping the other players. They need more bodies.
Yeah.
So he was sacrificing, how much he would be able to get paid to make sure that they have players.
Right.
To play alongside of him.
Yeah.
So, he's taking loss, and now, for him, his expectation is like, okay, hey, I took a hit for you guys, help me out.
Right.
Can I get paid like every other player that's not playing as best as me?
Right.
I could be wrong.
No, I think you're absolutely on the money, and because the defensive tackle market has been reset with the recent, extensions there from Jeffrey Simmons, the Green Bay, the player there who got an extension, Wyatt, I believe, out of Georgia, who I was interested for the Bucs to get. At the time, it's a couple of years ago, he got an extension. And so, Vea's looking at.
So hope that you're feeling better.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I do. I don't know what's going on right now with my graphics or what's going on with this. So we are going to go ahead and take. There we go. Okay, we're back. I killed my stream there for a minute. So sorry about that, guys. I don't know what necessarily happened. We are off. Where did we go off of here? What is going on? Okay. Stand by. All right. Okay. Thanks a lot, Lamar. Appreciate the time here. Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you too as well.
All right, man. Appreciate you. All right. Good stuff. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. My stream went to hell there in a handbasket. It went off and it didn't come back. So it cut down. It's showing that I'm not even on X anymore, which is so weird. All right, hold on a sec here. Are we on? Well, it's not showing if we're on or not. So that's weird. Okay, well, thanks a lot. Appreciate you, StreamYard, for doing absolutely nothing. All right, let's read these comments and then we'll get out of here. Maybe it's a sign of things to come. I have no idea at this juncture. Somebody sent me a super chats. I can't even read it at this point. I'm so disgusted. Like somebody comes on my... like, I'm not going to even, like, if you come on to my personal stream, you come onto my stream when I'm talking about sports and you make something personal about something else and try to throw some money at me to read something that's nonsensical, I'm not going to do it. Like, it's appeared. Somebody, what do we got here? What is this? Peter, you said players want to, okay, let me go to this YouTube super chat and then we'll get back to the comments in a moment. But I'm not going to read the other one. That is a joke. Somebody bringing up a personal matter from my life and asking me to read it, like making up some nonsense. Let me go to this. Peter, you said players want to play for Bulls. Haven't seen one tier player express an interest to play for Bulls, but I've seen a future Hall of Fame face of the organization lead Bulls to contend. Well, I will say this. There's a guy by the name of Levante David right there who said before he retired that it was a decision for him because he looked at Bulls as not only a great coach, but as a father, right? Something like a father figure. Like he was, they hit it off. Last year, because I know you guys got last year in the back of your mind at this point. And it's the internet. It's the internet playing. Broadway, let me get out to you in a moment here. Let me finish my point because my internet's screwing around here. How many years have we saw this team have their backs against the wall and play for Todd Bowles? So everybody's saying this team doesn't want to play for Todd Bowles and this and that and just assume that Mike Evans left because of Todd Bowles. Prove it. Where did Mike Evans say he left the Bucs for Todd Bowles? Did he come out and say
he didn't?
He didn't. Thank you. Okay, go ahead. Tell me what you think here, Brightside Broadway. Go ahead.
First of all, I want to say it's a great show. You're doing a great job.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And I have loved this past episodes. I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. I am just about as upset as I was about Mike Evans, but it is what it is. I don't think it's Todd Bowles. Levante David said as much as you just said. I can name off several other players that have said the same thing about Todd Bowles. We have, as you said earlier, we have other players trading in just to play for Todd Bowles.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's a coaching issue. I really don't.
Again, I don't necessarily think it's all coaching. Does the coaching have to wear the blame? Absolutely. Coaching has to wear the blame. But to say, players are leaving and this is the reason why the organization is going to hell in a handbasket, which it's not. It's very talented on both sides of the ball when it comes to offense and defense. But players are just leaving because of Todd Bowles. It's nonsense. Guys will just leave because of coaches. Guys leave because of better situations. Guys leave because it's a better situation for their family. Guys leave because they feel like it's a better offense. Maybe he felt that Kyle Shanahan was a better coach than Todd Bowles. That's his right to feel that way. That's not just on Todd Bowles. That's on Mike Evans. Everybody just needs to turn the page on that, and they haven't turned the page on that. They're still stuck in the past when it comes down to it. You have no idea at all if the Bucs go out and get John Harbaugh or another coach that Mike Evans stays with the Bucs. You have no idea. Because if you know that, give me the lottery tickets. Look inside your crystal ball and give me what you're talking about. Please let me know. You have no idea if they get a new coach.
And you and I both said this, Peter. If we get rid of the quarterback and the coach, we're in a rebuild year of five years at least.
Well, listen, I don't know. The coaches out there, John Harbaugh is a hell of a coach. I mean, there's a reason why he got fired in the first place from the Baltimore Ravens. What did he ever win? What has he won? You're talking about getting rid of Todd Bowles, not being able to get through the first round or win a first round playoff game. Look at John Harbaugh the last couple years here. Look at him the last 5 years, having the talent that he had with Lamar Jackson, still not being able to get past the first round. So what are you talking about, Bucs fans?
And as far as the offense and the problems with the offense, we've changed offensive coordinators almost yearly.
Right, which doesn't help your quarterback. It doesn't help your offense, right?
Exactly.
Right. So what do you think, man? You think they can get this signed?
I think I'm not worried. As I said in the comments, I'm not worried.
Okay.
If he goes, I'll still be a Vita Vea fan. I'm still a Mike fan, but I'm gonna be a Bucs fan for life.
Yeah. All right, my friend. I appreciate you as always. Okay.
Go Bucs.
Go Bucs. Absolutely. He's right about that. All right. I'll read these comments and then I'm going to go ahead and let out for the night here unless we get some more phone calls. But I appreciate the commentary. I mean, I just think it's always on, it's always easy to blame someone, right? It's either Todd Bowles or it's Baker Mayfield. It's not, the defense. It's not the whole entire team. It's one person. It's one aspect. It's easy to do that. I think that's wrong. Like, everybody has to wear that, right? Even Jason Licht, we talked about on this show. Jason Licht is also responsible for the team's failures with not getting the right talent. He did that this offseason. The Bucs took advantage of it. They did it this offseason. Todd Bowles, you had to fire the entire coaching staff. Besides him, you get a new coaching staff, offensively and defensively. Clean house, right? That was the Glazers' decision to bring back Todd Bowles. Obviously, they felt like the culture was there in that locker room. Obviously, they thought the second half wasn't indicative of what this team could be. They feel more of 6-2 than 2-7. Whether you like that or not, that's the decision they made. So you're going to have to deal with it in 2026, kicking and screaming. But to sit here and say every time there's a player that wants to leave or go somewhere else, that's because, the quarterback sucks. I understand why Mike Evans wants to leave because of Baker Mayfield. Okay, that's the only reason why Mike Evans left. It wasn't for his family. It wasn't the fact that he could be the primary target there. It wasn't the fact that all these young wide receivers in that room. That wasn't it at all. It was just on the coaching. A lot of you want to depend on the fans. That's not fair. Like, I love our fans, but I think we got to improve as a fan base, especially when it comes to, letting opposing fans come in here. You still have to deal with it. Welcome to being a Tampa Bay sports fan. This is the reason why you have the sports web here on a Monday night. This is the reason why you have the sports web here on a Wednesday night. This is the reason why you have the sports web before Bucs games and during Bucs games and after Bucs games to provide Bucs fans and the Tampa Bay sports fan some type of outlet that they're not getting so we can avoid those opposing fans, right? I mean, just put it on one aspect. Well, it was the fans. Well, it was this. It was that. Maybe it was none of that. Maybe just Mike Evans wanted to move on. Maybe everybody just needs to move on. The phone line, 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. My God, the longest off season of all time. And then you got some guy in here saying, your dad would be proud with the guy that you turned into. He'd be rolling in his grave. I appreciate that. Thank you for making this show personal. I really appreciate that. I don't know who that is, but if that's a joke, that's a really horrible joke. Better upside than Baker. Hit the like button. You're all go Bucs. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Oh, yeah.
Sun Devil Dave, can the Bucs get maybe a second or third pick for Vita? I mean, second and a fifth was talked about at this point. And if you're looking at the Dexter Lawrence still, they got a first round pick. Same type of production, right? I mean, just a little bit older, but still producing at Dexter Lawrence's level. King Cook, like Justin Timberlake once said, cry me a river, time to move on. All right, King. And it has nothing to do with Bowles. If it did, he would have requested a trade during free agency. Steve says, I'd rather take Denzel Ward. Max Crosby, thank you for the correction. Said Mason Crosby. What am I thinking? Mason Crosby. Who the hell is Mason Crosby? I don't know. Him too. King says, we need to win this Vita trade piece. Can't walk away with nothing. Chris Cole, Bucs have all the leverage in this one. Just got to wait it out. James, what's the news? Is it to keep Baker or Vita? Again, Vita Vea requests a trade, him and his camp, but he will show up for training camp tomorrow. Vita is a unicorn and is a lot better than most of the defensive tackles in the league. Thank you. You're right. Nah, Vita is going where the money is. Chris Cole, no matter what, the Bucs will use a first-round pick on a nose tackle, or they have one in-house. Raiders have to deal with Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, Bo Nix in their division first in 27. Certainly possible. The man held in all offseason long. Now you're all surprised he wanted to be traded. So emotional. Listen, King, there's emotion with these Bucs fans. I'm sorry. I know you're not as emotional or as emotional as them, but there's going to be some emotion. There was breaking news today. This was big-time breaking news. A lot of people were surprised by these developments. Let's see. Vita is not going to demand what Garrett will in a trade. King again. Baker's going to get the bread, and we all know this. We can't have it all. Trade Vita for a better player or draft picks, period. Brent says, I told you, Peter, trade Vita. King again. I've been saying this the last 2 to 3 seasons. It's time. Brent says, I hope they don't re-sign Baker. They have the franchise tag next year if we get to the NFC Championship game. Cook. Let's see. Yep, I would trade him to Las Vegas Raiders because it would be a good pick regardless of the round. King Cook. Folks getting so emotional over the fact that Vita asked for a trade. Like, come on, dude. Been holding in all off-season long. Cook, laugh out loud. You ain't lying, bro. Listen, guys, you can have your jokes and not be emotional about this and like, you know, have your little thing that you do with each other. But Bucs fans are going to feel the way they do, and they have their opportunity to feel that way here on the sports web. So I'm glad you're getting a kick out of it. Abe Carter says, let's go Bucs. Pay these guys so we can move on and get this season started. Agree with you on that. Good comment.
Oh, yeah.
Trade him to a bad team for a second or third round pick. Russ, that's the same thing I'm saying. What is Russ saying? What is Russ saying here? Well, I didn't see what Russ said, so I guess I missed what Russ was saying. Okay. Well, I guess I missed what Russ was saying. All right, let's go out to King Cook here. I didn't have high confidence in this defense with Vita this year. I don't know how you couldn't. Don't you think this unit is improved? What is not giving you confidence, King Cook, about this defense at this point? What is it? Tell me. Don't tell me it's last year. Don't say it's last year. Don't say that. Tell me right now, on paper, I know it's on paper, but on paper, what does not give you confidence about this defense up front? That's a good idea for the Bucs. Jerome says, I'm just going to shake my head. If he had confidence in that scheme, he wouldn't ask for a trade. Our defense is going to be suspect. It's not the confidence in the scheme. It's the money aspect. That's all it is. That is it. That is all it is. It's a money game aspect. He's making 17.7, which is 19th with defensive tackles. Again, you guys do way too much when it comes to this nonsense of blaming Todd Bowles. Like the uniforms this year are creamsicle and white, and they weren't pewter in the first place. That's Todd Bowles' fault. The reason why the Bucs, I don't know. Let's throw it out there. The ticket sales are down. Todd Bowles' fault. I mean, I know there's some fans who don't like Todd Bowles or are not renewing their season tickets in the first place. That's Todd Bowles' fault. It's not the fact they lost confidence in the team overall. It's all on Todd Bowles. Everything is Todd Bowles' fault. My gosh. 2 men on Vita every play. Exactly, Russ. You get it. We the Thunder, the Evolution. Thank you very much for tuning in.
Oh, yeah.
Got to get you guys back on again. I guess we're back on Twitter there. Thanks a lot for participating. Killed my stream there. I don't know what that was. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with StreamYard. I guess it's my Wi-Fi, StreamYard. I don't know. I'm here tonight. I'm here for you guys. Call up the phone lines if you want to talk to me. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Were we all this Vita dominance when we couldn't beat the Dolphins, when we couldn't get pressure on Kirk Cousins on that Monday night game, when Vita was – where was Vita against the first Carolina game? I think it's fair to say that Vita takes on a lot of double and triple teams. And what other players on that line do you have besides Vita Vea? Is that fair? Is that fair to say that? And he's still able to get enough, enough penetration on the line to still make plays. Let's go out to the phone lines. What's your name? Where are you calling from here on the Evolution?
Hey, how's it going, Pete? It's Trevor. How you doing?
Trev, what's going on, my friend? How you doing?
Well, I mean, not too thrilled to hear that, one of my favorite players on the team wants to be traded.
Yeah, what do you think about that situation? Much to do about nothing. How concerned are you? 1 to 10. I mean, he requested a trade. His camp. He's coming to show up for training camp tomorrow. Do you let him play out the contract? Do you trade him? Do you re-sign him? What do you do at this point, Trevor? And if you do get rid of one of your favorite players, do you think you become better on defense?
Well, no. Well, first of all, I'm not trading him. He's just going to be pissed at me. If I was in charge, absolutely not. I would see if I can get a deal done, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's not an easy job as a GM to, manage the cap.
Mm-hmm.
But nonetheless, I still think Vita Vea is a valuable asset to our defense. I know that last person in the comments talking about where was he at in the Miami game, where was he at in the Carolina game. Here's the thing. You got to know football, my friend. Vita Vea is a defensive tackle, all right? He can get sacks, right? And that's good. That's a plus when we're talking about the defensive tackle position.
Right.
His job as a defensive tackle is to clog up that middle, which he has done his whole career in a Bucs uniform, and he's done a very good job at it.
Thank you. I mean, you act like he's just some slouch or something. I know his numbers don't pop off like, Warren Sapp or something, but the guy has 35 sacks in 8 years, but it's more of not just, getting sacks. A nose tackle like that is not supposed to rush the passer in the first place, and he's able to still put up numbers, and then on top of it, take on double and triple teams, and also be one of your key cogs when it comes to stopping the running game. Can you imagine if this man had like the pass rushers that he had there with JPP and, of course, Shaq? You had that consistently. You didn't have it just for a couple of years, but consistently on this team, and you actually may have that finally in 2026. And now he's asking for a trade. It's amazing to me. It's amazing.
Yeah, and to me, I think we can get it done, Peter, because we got Ruben Bain is on a rookie deal.
Yeah.
So it's not like we have to pony up and pay him what a top 5 pass rusher has to make.
Sure.
With Ruben Bain. I know Yaya Diaby, he'll be due for a contract, but I'd like to see a double-digit sack season out of him before.
Well, how about forget about a double-digit sack? How about you stay healthy for double-digit games and then work on getting double-digit sacks? Because I'm telling you right now, you're exactly right. Kancey can stay healthy. He's the key to this defensive line. I said that. If he can stay healthy for a full year, this defensive line is different. They're very different, especially with Vea and Kancey and everybody else. You're exactly right. And he's going to come up for a contract. So is Yaya Diaby. They're all going to come up for contract.
And that's another thing that Jason Licht as the GM is going to have to think about as well, because it's like Vita Vea has been consistently available. That's value right there in itself.
Right.
You know what I mean? And trust me, and to these fans that are running their mouths talking about, well, what about this game? What about that game? Why don't you go call up the Miami Dolphins? Why don't you go call up the Carolina Panthers, the Atlanta Falcons, and ask them how easy it is to double team Vita Vea's big ass?
Right. I mean,
because I can promise you, it's not as easy as 1, 2, 3, my friend.
No,
he is a load to bring down.
He's a load to bring down. And listen, if the Bucs have, let's say they have Ruben Bain Jr. last year, and you double and triple team on him, and you got Yaya on one side and Ruben Bain Jr. last year, do you think the defense is formidable with just those 3 players? Hell yeah, it is.
Absolutely.
Yes, it is.
And here's the thing, Peter. That one guy that was in those comments, he talking about the first Carolina game. Okay, true. You want to sit there and say, okay, the pass that was number one that wasn't on Vita Vea, but you saw Kalijah Kancey was able to play in that second game, and he was able to have a good game. Do you think Kalijah Kancey just had that good game just because he's a good player? That's part of it,
right?
But when you got a Vita Vea in that middle, eating up all those blocks,
sure,
Kalijah Kancey is talented enough to take on a one-on-one block.
Sure.
And which means he's going to benefit off
He's gonna
of what
eat.
Vita Vea can do.
Right, exactly. And Vita Vea with good pass rush on the outside, he could actually eat on the inside too. I mean, that's what you haven't had enough of that with this defense the last couple of years, and finally getting back to that. And we'll see if they can work out this contract situation. So a no for you. You re-sign him, or you don't re-sign him. You keep him on this contract, let him play it out. I mean, how does it work out for you?
Me, I give him a new deal. I give him a 3-year deal. I give him 3 years. I'd give him $26 million a year.
Okay. 3 years, $26 million a year. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
What if that stops you from getting Baker Mayfield done? Are you okay with that?
I don't think it would, Peter.
Okay.
In my personal opinion, I don't think, because if you think about it, we really don't have any other than Antoine Winfield. I think Antoine Winfield, Chris Godwin, if I'm not mistaken, those are our 2 highest paid players outside of Baker right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then it might be Vita Vea after that. So to me, and I know plenty of teams that are paying players way more money than those contracts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I still think we can take care of both players. Will we have to restructure some deals? I don't know. But I think given the fact that we don't have that many contracts due other than Baker and other than Vita Vea, I think that's a viable option. I really do. I mean, I don't have the books in front of me. I don't have the cap numbers in front of me right now.
Right.
But there's nobody currently making over $50+ million on our roster right now.
There is not. And
there's teams that are paying their players.
Correct.
That do have players, particularly the quarterback position, making $50+ million right now, and they're still taking care of other players. So I think we can get it done, man. I just think that Jason Licht, Vita Vea, his agent, need to get inside a room and literally don't leave that room until the deal's done. That's just me. That's what I would do.
All right, my
friend.
Because
I love Vita Vea. Let's pay him.
Pay him, man. Get him paid, and you definitely don't think if you get rid of him, you're a better defense, right? I'm hearing that from Bucs fans tonight. You get rid of him, you're better now, and you're better for the future. Better for the future what? If the future is this year, if you guys are telling me that Todd Bowles is under pressure, if you're telling me that all these guys are under pressure, Baker Mayfield and Jason Licht, everybody's under pressure, how are you going to say that? And then in the same breath say, well, we're better off with Vita Vea. How? In what world are you better off with Vita Vea? That makes no sense at all. You got to keep Vita Vea, keep everybody intact, and let's see if they can, make this pressure into a diamond, right?
Yes.
All right, man. I appreciate you.
Yes. So we're gonna speak positive. Week 1, when we go to Cincinnati, not only will Vita Vea be on our roster, he's going to be starting, and he's going to have a new deal in place.
Love it, man. Good stuff. Great stuff as always. We'll keep you up to date here on the Sports Web if something happens. What I feel like the next 24 to 48 hours, business is about to pick up. Anything else on your mind tonight, my friend?
Oh, you said business is about to pick up. That's a line that JR used to say back in the Attitude Era.
Of course, man. I'm a wrestling fan. Did you think that I was not going to be in my bag when it comes to wrestling terms and facts and using that? I'm going to always use good old JR when it comes to that kind of stuff. There you go. See? There you go. We're both wrestling fans, and you get it. All right. Anything else?
Yeah, well, I'm going to say this one thing in the wrestling terms,
yes.
and then I'm going to get off here, Peter.
Go for it.
If Jason Licht does not get Vita Vea re-signed,
yes,
I'm going to choke slam him straight to hell.
Oh, man. Jeez. Well, there you go. There you go. That's an Undertaker right there. Good stuff. All right. Appreciate you, Trevor. As always, use the second call for so on. All right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Appreciate you. Use wrestling terms.
Yes! Yes!
I think I used to have the Undertaker here somewhere. I think I got rid of it when I got copyrighted. We the Thunder, why aren't the Bucs paying these guys? It's a great question at this point. I can't answer that. I wish I could. I just think it comes down to the Bucs. Maybe, waiting until the very end, the 12th. I don't know. I have no idea. I think there's, the one big domino at this juncture that I believe is you get that Baker Mayfield contract situation done, and then everything else falls into place, if that makes sense. Open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Cook, that's not much. Facts, bro. Lamar, bring your passion, bring your excitement, just don't bring any nonsense. Buccaneers ownership staff need to re-sign Baker Mayfield and Vita Vea. Russ Vaughn, thank you very much for tuning in. As always, Vita is like our bowling ball on the D line. He is. King Cook, let's go out to him. We the Thunder, because we are full rebuild mode, because most of our Bucs fans didn't want to come to this reality. They're not in full rebuild mode. Enough with the full rebuild mode. Why do you want to be in full rebuild mode? I just knocked off the hat. You know, that's a bad omen right there. I knocked off the hat. Let me put the 50th anniversary, even though it wasn't great season. It's a beautiful hat. They're bringing back the white and creamsicle. Anybody want to talk about uniforms tonight? No, I didn't think so. I think it's like crickets right now when it comes to uniforms. Nobody cares. They're not in full rebuild mode. Full rebuild mode? This is full rebuild mode. Why do you think this is full rebuild mode? Cook, give me an answer to why you think this is full rebuild mode. In fact, call me on the phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. If you want your Baker, Vita's got to go. No, it doesn't work like that, Brent. Sorry. Kancey's not getting 11 to 12 sacks. He didn't get in college. So why would you push an unrealistic expectation on this game? Come on now. King Cook, 7 to 8 sacks for Kancey is a great year. Brent, no more excuses, Peter. Distractions are for losers. Facts, Brent. It's either Baker or Vita. Everyone knew this was the reality. Russ, no way you're better without Vita. The result of the D will be as productive without Vita, not even close. Let's go out. I'm guessing 2 years at $21 million with avoidable third. Okay. I don't know if 21 gets it done, but that's interesting. The only one way to keep your Hall of Fame quarterback. Listen, nobody said he was a Hall of Fame. You know what, Brent? Forget it, man. I'm not going to even go. So just do what you do, like always. Troll as you will. Where's the one-man wrecking crew on that Thursday night game against Atlanta? Missed me with all that emotion. Jerome says they didn't want to break the bank with Harbaugh. The Glazers didn't want to spend. There may have been some financial constraints there when it came to getting a new coach, or they just believed in Todd Bowles for another year. I don't know. Maybe they just didn't want to go through what they went through in the past with getting rid of coaches, because Bucs fans always thought that was the solution, to get rid of a coach and hire a coach. I know you get rid of Tony Dungy, you get John Gruden, you win the Super Bowl the first year. That works out for you. But then after that, not so much. Let me go out to the phone lines. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Peter, Jeremy, aka J-Lo from Buccaneers. How you doing, my brother?
J-Lo, what's going on, buddy? Go ahead. Give me your thoughts on this situation here with Vita Vea asking for a not asking for a contract, asking for a trade at this point. Do you think the Bucs re-sign him? Would you re-sign him? Do you let him play out his contract? Do you trade him? And if you do trade him, do you think this Bucs defense is better without him? Give me your thoughts. Welcome to the Evolution.
No, thank you, sir. I just want to put this out there because a lot of fans have been backlashing on Eds the last couple hours or 3 hours to be exact. They won't blame Bowles this, Bowles that. This is not a Bowles issue. It is a contract. He wants a bump in his pay. You can't blame the man for that.
Right.
But the fact that they're blaming Bowles, enough is enough. Like, he loves playing for Bowles. If anything, Bowles has elevated his game to the top. If you want to be straightforward and 100 with it, from 2019 till now, we can agree to disagree, Peter. I'm just speaking out because I'm tired of the fans.
I agree. I completely agree
on this.
Right.
Bowles has nothing to do with this. This is all Vita Vea want to get a pay bump, which I think he deserves. I think Light will do what's necessary to give him a pay bump for a 1-year extension for him to play out this year because he wants to be here. You know, this to me, it's a tactic, an agent tactic to get him the band, to get him the bag. He's 31. He's not getting any younger. He played all last season. Shout out to him on that. But to me, I feel that something will get worked out to where he'll get a pay bump, kind of like Jamal Dean said. Jamal Dean got a pay decrease, but Vita Vea will get paid a bump to be in top 10, which I think he deserves. And then how the season plays out, they can work out a deal, or it is what it is. But another thing that I talked about with the group I'm in with Buccaneers, we got a solid depth of nose tackles and D-line that are ready to step in there if he does indeed get traded, which I don't think is going to happen. I just want to clarify that before people watching get judgmental. But we got Jason Jones, who got injured last year, torn bicep. I had a lot of high hopes for that kid. And then drafted the guy. He's a big man. You could plug in that nose tackle right away. I think he'll be ready to play. And then you got Elijah Roberts, who has a year experience, ready to go. I'm not saying that Vita Vea is expendable, but at the same time, though, I wish him the best. If he wants that long-term contract, I wish him the best. I mean, Bucs fans will. But if he goes, it is what it is. But deep down, I feel Light's going to work out something with Vita Vea. Because he wasn't the Kay Adams show. I'm not sure today or yesterday.
I watched it. Yep, today.
It's saying cross his fingers, so you could tell he's hopeful he wants to be here. But at the same time, I do think he deserves a pay raise to where he deserves to be in the top 10 this year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if he's performing, then you give him some more money, you get in the bag. You know what I mean? So fans really need to cool it on blaming Todd Bowles. That's total crap.
Nonsense. Nonsense. It's complete nonsense. It's nonsense. That's all it is.
It's nonsense, and it's just not fair to blame him. I get it. The season fell off last year, but you got to look at all the injuries, everything that happened. We can go back and discuss it. But at the same time, though, Vita Vea it's going every bit he can, the last step that he can to get the bag, which I can't blame him for. You know what I mean?
Right.
I truly feel Light is going to get something done to where he's going to bump his pay increase up for this coming season to where he is top 10, because to me, he is top 10. We can all agree to that. And if he performs well again, play a whole another season like he did last year, then we'll work out another contract. Because he wants to be here. You and I can both disagree, Peter, that he wants to be a Buccaneer, but he does deserve a little pay increase for this year.
Well, I don't know if he wants to be a Buccaneer, not with these trade scenarios. I think it's more leverage, but I don't know. We'll see. But I definitely think I don't know what to think. I definitely believe in Jason Licht and what they can do over there. So
Yes.
I'll just keep it at that. I think they will get this deal done, and I think it's much to do about nothing. And if it is, then we'll talk about it here on the Sports Web. I'll say it was wrong, and you're right. The Bucs have definitely prepared themselves. DeMonte Capehart, who they drafted in the 5th round.
Yes.
You talk about Jason Jones. There's a lot of excitement about him. Kalijah Cansey there. Nacho, Elijah Roberts, Ashawn Robinson, Elijah Simmons. I mean, they've got some players. They're just not, maybe Vita Vea. They're not Vita Vea, but who knows? Maybe they're ready to turn the page. I don't know. I think you're better with Vita Vea than without. So,
and I agree. I mean, I'm not saying we're better without him. At the same time, though, it's a contract negotiation. It's not like his first rodeo. He's dealt with contracts before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And like you mentioned, you got to trust the process. But I just want to throw this out there one more time. Fans, quit blaming Todd Bowles for this situation. This has got nothing to do with him. It's a business decision.
Yeah.
And Vita Vea, if he really didn't like Todd Bowles, you think he would have signed that long-term deal in 21? Let's be real here.
Right.
You know what I mean? Fans got to realize that. But unfortunately, right now, they're in agony. They're freaking out. I get it. But at the same time, just stop blaming Bowles.
Yeah, you just signed in 2022. I mean, do you really think that if he didn't like Todd Bowles that he would have signed another contract? And, of course, nobody will say anything at that time. All right. Appreciate the time as always, my friend. Keep on killing it over there, and definitely don't be a stranger here on the Evolution, all right?
Absolutely, Peter, man. Stay blessed, bro.
All right, man. Yep, you too. Thank you very much for the call. All right, we'll read the rest of these comments. We'll get out of it for the night. Vita Vea by himself is better than the guys on the line. We all know that. Brent says, I keep saying let Baker go on to a Super Bowl contender. The Bucs are not Super Bowl ready. Let's see. It starts from the top. Stop trying to exclude Bowles from their decisions. He is the head coach, period. But it's not the end-all, be-all. It's more than Todd Bowles as the head coach. It comes down to Vita Vea wants a contract jump, all right? And he wants to be paid like one of the top defensive linemen because, again, the market has reset itself. Just like Baker Mayfield wants to be paid as a top quarterback because he's outplayed that contract. Vita Vea he feels the same way when it comes to contract extensions. Light and Company, as always, TJ, in my opinion, the Bucs will restructure some deals to keep Vita. I respect Jason Licht, and he will make this happen. Howard says, I feel bad for Texas Day, Brazil. They're going to lose their biggest customer. Thank you, Howard, for that. That was pretty funny.
Oh, yeah.
Vita will not demand as much as y'all think on the open market like y'all think. I think he'll demand it. It's there. The market is there. There are definitely teams out there that would be absolutely loving the fact to get him into the market as a free agent. I think you're wrong about that. He has been on vacation, just got back a couple days ago. He deserved it, says TJ Hicks. King Cook, exactly, Corey. Vita doesn't even play every down. So what are y'all crying about? We need younger players who can play every down at this point. Howard says, bad move. Broadway says, hey, Peter, greedy. Let's go out to Broadway. Go Bucs. King Cook, we can't keep re-signing the same players year in and year out. I don't care how long they've been with us. Broadway says, I feel like I'm in the twilight zone. This is Vita's last shot to get paid without learning a new system, correct? Brent says, Cook, thank you, bro. We got all these players who can fill Vita's role, but you're all crying about asking for a trade. Let him walk so we just get something back for him, period. King says, if Vita sits out this year, do you honestly think that would be a benefit for him? If he sits out, our team will suffer more from the trade value standpoint. Vita is so worried about eating the cookies on the plane and bus rides. He hasn't been serious for a long time. Let him walk. I'm not ready to say that. Man, let him get his money. Russ says if Vita isn't productive this year, he's hurting his value wherever he goes. He will be 32 coming off a bad 2025. No production in 2026. Good point, Russ. Thank you very much for the comment. Brent says if 10 quarterbacks coming out this year's draft, if the Bucs get to the NFC Championship, franchise Baker. If not, move on. I know how you feel about it, Brent. You said it over and over again. I don't have to read it. We couldn't stop the run last year with the stack box tied fourth worst. Time to see the future. All right, Greg. Our conference has gotten better, and we are shooting ourselves in the foot. Scott says, I don't want Vita to go, but if he goes, just like Mike, always love Vita and Mike. Brightside says, but I will be a Buck regardless. King says, we will talk to the town right now. Embrace it. We are the talk of the town right now. Embrace it, folks. Okay. Well, I know that's just what you like. You like the chaos and, being the talk of the town and trade rumors and chaos and stuff like that. But that doesn't always translate to team wins on the field. That's just chaos and nonsense and just talk. It's good for sports talk shows, but when it comes to teams trying to be consistent and win division titles and win playoff games and win Super Bowls, it doesn't translate. Doesn't translate being the talk of the town all the time. It doesn't. Todd is still my coach. Realburg native. Baker Mayfield is bad luck. Who will be the bus put in the middle? The defense will be open like the sea. Russ says, Mike Evans did say that didn't see us winning a Super Bowl anytime soon. Mike wanted to go someplace where he had a chance. We all know that Todd's here for one reason. He was guaranteed so much money. Then I know you don't want to hear, but I really don't think people want to play for Todd, at least not at the end of their career. Okay, that's your opinion, and you can think that, but I don't think there was ever any him saying specifically that he didn't want to play for Todd Bowles. Now, he may think the situation with the Bucs, and that could be coaching, it could be a lot of things at this point. It could be the fact that he thinks that the quarterback is better, or he thinks the coach is better, right? He didn't say it, but maybe he thinks the situation is better for him. Or maybe he just wants to live in San Francisco with his family. Maybe it's something simplistic. Who knows? Who knows at this point? I don't necessarily think he ever called out Todd by name, but maybe he thinks Kyle Shanahan is better. Doesn't necessarily mean he's right. He just left. He's also a player the last couple of years that's been hurt. And the Bucs organization did everything they could for him, and he decided to move on and seek another challenge. So good for him. I don't think that's bad on the Bucs. They tried to sign him to a big-time contract. He didn't want the money. It wasn't about money. He wanted to move on to a different challenge. Good for him. Just hope they don't overpay Baker. Russ says the salary cap is a strategic part of the game. It just sucks. Realberg native, but some of y'all here was heavy on that COVID sauce and some common sense in here. Far from common. No, you can't blame Todd Bowles for Vita wants more money. He's 31 years old. This is his last chance for a big contract. This is why I say what I say about Baker. It's not hate. Look at the roster. You are back. I'm sorry you are on. You just came back. You broke up for a minute. Yeah, I got to love the internet here. No one said Todd wasn't a good guy. Teresa Neptune. Hey, Pete. Thank you very much for tuning in. Brent, I don't think it's Bowles. It's the roster. He won a Super Bowl. Harbaugh won a Super Bowl. Okay, he won a Super Bowl. How long ago? How long ago? How many years has he had Lamar Jackson? How many years has he had offensive talent? How many years has he had Derrick Henry? How many years have we heard that he's not the best when it comes to preparing his team, get ready to play? How did we hear the last couple of years, what was it, a couple of years ago when they were in the AFC Championship game and the onus was on Lamar Jackson to throw the ball instead of run the ball? That was his game plan. We're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about the reason why he was fired in the first place, because we think he's so much of a better coach than Todd Bowles. But the reason why John Harbaugh was fired in the first place, because he couldn't get past the first round. Come on, guys. Bucs fan for life. Thank you. Lamar. Mahalo. Peter H. Blake. Good night. Thank you. Broadway. Love you, brother. Thank you. Chris Cole. Brent. That was 20 years ago. Sheldon. Bowles haters. They are. All of them. They hate him. It's not Todd. It's money and financial. Realberg native. Bucs had no pass rush. People asking, where was Vita? Leading the team in sacks. Exactly. He was taking on double and triple teams as a nose tackle. Can you imagine? Realberg native. We're talking defense. If he had a Reuben Bain Jr. or Yaya Diaby or Kalaisha Kancey to take the pressure off of him, how better this defense would be. And that's the reason for the excitement this year for this defensive line. Exactly. You get it. Vita has played more than some players on the team, and he's a brick wall. Realberg native. How about ask, where was Hassan Reddick? There you go. Where was the fan favorite Yaya Diaby running right past the quarterback? Yes, they're getting double teamed himself. Vita is one of my favorites. Bobby says Jason and Bowles have ruined this team. Wow, ruined this team. I love Creamsicle. I don't know how Jason Licht is ruined. You know what? I'm not going to even go down this because you guys are just thinking like, you go from, winning a Super Bowl, winning playoff appearances, NFC South, to saying they ruined the team. I don't know where to go at that point. It's too bipolar for me. I can't deal. I love Bucko Bruce, Realberg native, but Vita won a Super Bowl. First Baker losing 2 playoff games, 1 at home in the last 3 years, 2 pivotal playoff turnovers. Pay Vita, let Baker earn it. Possibility. Watching the best sports talk show in the Tampa Bay area. Vita Vea, I hope he stays. Thank you, Mom. Appreciate you. I know you hate the fact that I'm doing the show here because my voice is not the best, but I had to do it for these guys, and I appreciate them, even though we go back and forth on this. Light and Company have been on vacation, just got back a few days ago. We'll see if they can work their magic. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and wrap it up there. Again, thanks a lot for all the commentary tonight. I appreciate it, whether we agree or to disagree. We'll definitely be back on Wednesday night at 9 o'clock to talk about any further developments. If there's any breaking news, we got you covered here on the Sports Web. Like and subscribe to the Sports Web on YouTube. Friend me on Facebook at Peter H. Blake. Also, do this because we'll keep you up to date here. It's Bucs Latest every day, 11 a.m. on YouTube. Daily Tampa Bay Buccaneer content. We'll talk about this situation, anything else Bucs related, 10 to 15 minutes or more. If my voice can handle it, it's going to be able to handle it. I'm going to get through it. You're going to get through it. We're all going to get through it. Bucs Latest there, right there every day. And of course, like and subscribe to that, to the new Facebook page, Bucs Latest. You don't have to go far. It's up the block barbershop, 4946 Moog Road in Holiday, Florida. Whether you want a haircut, a beard trim, a fade, they got you covered. Go see my favorite barbers, Ricky, and all the talented barbers there at Up the Block Barbershop, and tell them I sent you. Good night, bro. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Damn it, Jim. What the hell's the matter with you?
Jim, right there. 3 things. We'll wrap it up for the breaking news of the night. Vita Vea requests a trade. We'll keep you up to date on this situation. Bucs fans, have faith in Jason Licht. Everything's going to be all right. We'll get you through it. 3 things. Bring your passion, bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter. What time is it? It's my time. And of course, for Bucs fans, Tampa Bay sports fans, and fans of the sports web, it's your time. We'll see you next time here on the evolution of Sports Talk Television. As we always say here on the Monday nights, you know it all too well, Bucs fans. Go Bucs.